Long ago, Queen Himiko ruled her empire with fearsome power. Said to possess a deadly touch, her dark magic brought death and destruction to anyone she encountered. Terrified, her own generals captured her and banished her to a forsaken, uninhabitable island to contain the threat. Generations later, Lord Richard Croft uncovered an ancient map pointing to Himiko's tomb. Consumed by the mystery, he set off on a dangerous expedition, leaving behind his young daughter, Lara. In present-day London, Lara is in the middle of a gritty MMA fight. Though she puts up a brave front, her opponent traps her in a chokehold. Stubborn and unwilling to surrender, Lara holds out until she has no choice but to tap out. Afterwards, she returns to her day job as a bike courier, zooming through the city's chaos. Later, while relaxing at a hangout spot, she overhears talk of a daring underground race called a fox hunt, where bikers chase one rider across the city. Intrigued, Lara signs up to be the fox. On race day, with a paint bucket leaking behind her, she speeds through the city's alleys and streets, expertly dodging her pursuers. She cleverly hops onto a passing truck to mask her trail, then veers through a park to throw them off. But just as she gets a moment to breathe, a man in a suit reminds her of her missing father. And in that split second of distraction, she crashes straight into a police car. At the police station, Anna Miller, Richard's business associate, comes to her rescue. Though Lara is distant, she thanks Anna. Anna gently insists that Lara should accept her inheritance, but Lara refuses. It's been 7 years since Richard vanished, and unless she declares him dead, his possessions will be lost. That night, Lara reflects on a cherished memory. Her father once gave her a jade necklace, telling her that holding it while thinking of someone would let them know she's thinking of them too. The next day, Lara heads to Croft Holdings, ready to sign the documents. But just before she does, the lawyer hands her a Japanese puzzle box left by Richard. She solves it and uncovers a hidden letter and an old key. The letter speaks cryptically of his final destination, and Lara quickly realizes what it means. Back at Croft Manor, she visits her father's tomb and presses the letter R on the plaque. A secret compartment opens, revealing a keyhole. Using the puzzle key, she unlocks a hidden passage leading to Richard's secret office. There she finds fake passports, research papers, and a video camera with a message from her father. In the video, Richard reveals his obsession with Himiko began after Lara's mother died. He warns her that his findings must never be exposed. They're too dangerous. But Lara can't let go. She dives into his research, uncovering clues about the lost island of Yamatai and the myth of Queen Himiko. She even finds the name of the ship captain who was supposed to take Richard there. With no money, she pawns the jade necklace to fund her trip. Arriving in Hong Kong, Lara searches for the ship, but before she can make progress, street thieves steal her bag. In a high-speed chase over docks and rooftops, Lara tracks them down and retrieves her belongings. She then discovers the Endurance and its drunken captain, Lu Ren. She wakes him up with a splash of water and shows him her father's message. To her shock, Lu reveals that the message may have been meant for his own father, who also disappeared. Realizing their fathers vanished on the same journey, Lara shows him the journal with strange markings. Lu figures out their clock hands, revealing the island's location. Though hesitant, Lu agrees to take her, especially after Lara pays off some of his gambling debt. On their voyage to Yamatai, Lara studies Richard's notes. She learns of the deadly traps inside the tomb and how the Order of Trinity, a shadowy organization, is watching. One night, a vicious storm slams into the ship. Lara rushes to retrieve her father's journal, just as the vessel crashes into jagged rocks. Thrown into the sea, she loses sight of Lu and barely washes ashore. Exhausted, Lara is soon knocked unconscious. When she awakens, she's in a tent, face to face with Matthias Vogel, the cold-hearted leader of Trinity's expedition. Vogel reveals he's been stranded for years and can't return home until he finishes his mission. Worse still, he has Richard's journal and claims to have killed him. Shocked and heartbroken, Lara is forced to work alongside other captives. Among them, she sees Lu. On the way to a new dig site, they exchange stories. Vogel killed Lu's father, too. Lara apologizes for dragging Lu into this. Using Richard's notes, Vogel locates the tomb's entrance. When an elderly worker collapses, Vogel kills him to keep the others in line. In the chaos, Lou helps Lara escape. Lara flees into the jungle, chased by armed guards. She plunges into a river and clings to a wrecked plane near a waterfall. Barely surviving a crash through the trees, she shelters in a cave, only to be attacked again. In a brutal fight, Lara kills a man with her bare hands, then reels from the trauma of taking a life. Suddenly she spots someone, her father. She follows the figure and discovers Richard, alive and living in the jungle. He thinks she's a hallucination, but Lara convinces him she's real. They share a tearful reunion, and Richard tends to her wounds. The next morning, the tomb is uncovered. Richard prepares to destroy it, but panics when Lara admits she didn't burn his research. Furious, he warns her of the consequences, but Lara believes they can stop Vogel before it's too late. Back at camp, Lara rallies the workers and arms them. She sneaks into Vogel's tent, steals a satellite phone, and catches sight of her father heading for the tomb. At the entrance, Vogel threatens Richard. Lara tries to stop him, but Vogel takes Richard hostage. To save him, Lara agrees to open the tomb herself. Using clues from her earlier puzzles, she unlocks the ancient mechanism. The group descends into Himiko's resting place, facing deadly traps at every turn. One by one, Vogel's men are killed by spikes and collapsing floors. In the final chamber, they find Himiko's coffin. Ignoring Richard's pleas, Vogel opens it. The queen's corpse appears lifeless, until one of the guards touches it and becomes infected. His flesh rots, and he dies in agony. Lara realizes the truth. Himiko wasn't a sorceress. She was a carrier of a deadly virus and sealed herself away to protect the world. Despite the danger, Vogel tries to steal a finger from Himiko's corpse. In the chaos, Lara fights the last guard while Richard defends her, but he's infected during the struggle. Knowing he's doomed, he prepares to destroy the tomb. Lara runs to stop Vogel. She finds him escaping across a ladder. They clash in a fierce fight. Just as Vogel gains the upper hand, Lara forces Himiko's infected finger into his mouth. He stumbles back, infected, and she kicks him into the chasm.
You messed with the wrong family.
As the tomb collapses, Lara leaps to safety. Outside, Lou finds her, and they hijack Trinity's helicopter to return home. Back in London, Lara finally signs the documents declaring Richard dead. Anna offers to manage Croft Holdings, but Lara soon discovers a disturbing truth. The company that supplied Vogel is owned by Croft Holdings. She begins to suspect Anna might be working for Trinity. Determined to fight back, Lara returns to the pawn shop, reclaims her jade necklace, and purchases 2 pistols, ready for what's next.